Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we are doing a deep dive into something that has been blowing up our inbox lately.
And all over social media, too.
You guys really want to learn about house sitting for free travel?
Oh, yeah. Looks like everyone's ready to trade their houses for new experiences.
Definitely. You've sent us tons of questions based on articles, forum discussions,
Even Reddit threads.
so many resources.
Yeah.
Looks like you are ready to go deep.
Deeper than just the basics, huh?
Sure. You want the insider tips, platform
It's
comparisons?
real nitty-gritty.
Exactly. So let's jump right in.
Let's do it.
Okay, so first things first, this whole house sitting thing. It's more than just free rent, right?
It is way more than that. It's a total multi-layered experience. I mean, you're not just crashing in someone's spare bedroom, right?
Right.
You're taking care of their home, their plants, their pets.
Yeah,
You become the guardian of their little piece of the world.
that's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
And speaking of responsibilities, I found this ultimate guide to getting paid for house sitting. And wow, it really gets into the details. We're talking everything from collecting the mail to, wait for it, milking cows.
Milking cows. Wow. That is a great example of how different house-sitting tasks can really be.
Right.
And that highlights a key point, right? You have to be ready to handle all kinds of responsibilities.
Yeah,
It's not just a vacation.
for
You got to make sure the homeowner has total peace of mind.
Right. You're more like a temporary caretaker
Exactly.
than just a guest. Okay, so then how do we even find these house sitting opportunities? I see you've got a whole stack of platform reviews here.
I do. It looks like you've been busy checking out platforms like Trusted House Sitters, House Carers, Nomador.
Yep.
There are so many.
There are so many.
You're smart to be researching, though, because each one has its own kind of vibe and focus.
Okay, so it's not a one-size-fits-all situation.
Nope.
Got it.
Yeah.
Can you give us an example? Like, let's say someone is dreaming of a super luxurious escape.
Ooh, you're talking about luxury house sitting.
Ugh.
We see this term a lot, and it can be a little misleading.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't always mean a mansion, though it can sometimes, but often it means a home with some more high-end amenities
Okay.
or more demanding needs for taking care of the place.
Got it.
Think pools, big gardens, maybe even exotic pets.
Okay, so luxury but with responsibilities.
Yeah.
Got it. Now, how do we stand out from the crowd? I can imagine competition for these gigs is pretty fierce.
It can be, especially for the best locations in those luxury properties. That's why how to find house-sitting jobs, even paying ones, puts so much emphasis on having a really strong profile.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And you were right to point out how important pet care experience is.
Mm-hmm.
It comes up over and over again in all your research.
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of homeowners are probably more worried about their dog Fluffy than their ficus plant.
Exactly. So you have to show you genuinely love animals.
Yep.
Photos with your own pets, stories about taking care of different breeds, maybe even certifications like pet first aid.
So we're painting a picture of ourselves as reliable, experienced, and animal-loving.
Exact.
Okay, I love it. But let's be real for a sec. Is this all about free accommodation, or can we actually get paid for house sitting?
Ah, the million-dollar question. And you found some interesting info about this,
I did.
highlighting the paid side of house sitting.
Yeah?
You even found some average rates like $16 an hour.
Yeah, that definitely caught my attention. But I'm also seeing tons of stuff about free stays in exchange for services. So which one is it? Paid or free?
Think of it like a spectrum.
Okay.
Lots of opportunities offer free accommodation in exchange for caretaking, but as your research shows, paid house sitting is a real thing.
Yeah.
The ultimate guide to getting paid for house sitting even suggests mixing house sitting with remote work for a multi-layered income stream.
Okay.
Imagine that exploring new places, making money, and enjoying free accommodation all at the same time.
Okay. Now things are getting really interesting.
Right.
So free stays are great, paid gigs exist, and we can even work remotely while house sitting.
You got it.
This is starting to sound like a dream come true.
It does, but there's definitely more to the story.
I figured.
There's a whole world of nuances to explore when it comes to finding the right house-sitting opportunities, setting the right expectations, and making sure it's a win-win for both the homeowner and you.
All right, well, don't leave us hanging. We are dying to know more about how to navigate this fascinating world of house sitting.
Don't worry, we're just getting started. And hey, if you are enjoying this deep dive, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into fascinating topics. We'll be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
Stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. I don't know about you, but I'm already feeling inspired to pack my bags and trade houses for some travel experiences.
Yeah, it really is amazing how much there is to discover about the house-sitting world.
For sure.
And like we've been talking about, it's not just about getting free rent.
Right.
It's about connecting with new places, taking care of someone's home,
Yeah.
maybe even making a furry friend or two.
Absolutely. Speaking of connecting, you pointed out some really interesting discussions happening online,
Oh, yeah.
especially on the Trusted House Sitters community forum.
Yeah, yeah.
It seems like this whole idea of whether house sitters should be paid or not
Yeah,
really sparked some debate.
for sure it did. And your research really captures that perfectly. Some sitters feel really strongly that house sitting should always be a paid service,
Hmm.
especially when it involves taking on lots of responsibilities. They're
Right.
saying that their time and skills are valuable, and
Yeah,
being compensated makes it a professional arrangement.
that makes a lot of sense,
Yeah,
especially with those luxury properties we talked about earlier.
exactly.
If you're managing a pool, taking care of big gardens, or even watching multiple pets, it's a lot of work.
It is. But then on the other hand, you've got sitters talking about the benefits of getting free accommodation
Right.
and the cultural immersion that house sitting provides.
Yeah.
For them, that experience is more important than being paid.
So it's about finding the right balance
Mm,
and a situation that works for you,
exactly.
which brings us back to choosing the right platform.
For sure. Platforms like Trusted House Sitters are like a meeting point
Yeah.
for both homeowners and sitters, so it makes communication easier and everything's transparent.
Okay.
Homeowners can explain exactly what they expect and how they'll compensate you,
Mhm.
and sitters can show off their experience and what they prefer.
So it's all about finding that perfect match. Okay. I'm curious now about the global reach of all this.
Oh, yeah.
You found some pretty amazing locations in our research.
It seems your Reddit deep dive uncovered some incredible opportunities all over the world,
I know, right?
from city apartments to those secluded island retreats.
So cool.
The possibilities are really mind-blowing. Imagine swapping out your usual hotel for a cute cottage in the Irish countryside,
Okay. Yeah, I'm listening.
or a modern loft right in the heart of Tokyo. Or how about a beachfront bungalow in Bali?
You're speaking my language. But beyond the amazing locations, there's something more to this.
I agree.
It's not just about the free rent, is it?
You're totally right. House sitting gives you this chance to live like a local, to really immerse yourself in the culture. You're not just passing through like a tourist. You're experiencing the rhythm of everyday life somewhere new,
Right.
discovering hidden gems, maybe even learning a few words in a new language.
It's like stepping into someone else's shoes for a little while
Yeah.
and seeing the world through their eyes. I love that. And speaking of connections, I noticed a lot of those discussions you found really emphasize the sense of community around house sitting.
Yeah, it is fascinating, isn't it? House sitters will often build relationships with the homeowners, their pets, even with other sitters. It's like this network of people who all love to travel and have adventures.
Yeah,
It's like a global family
I love that.
brought together by a love of exploring and a willingness to take care of each other's homes.
It's amazing how something as simple as taking care of a house can lead to those kind of connections.
Yeah, it really is.
It's really changed how I think about travel and how we can experience the world.
Yeah, and that's one of the coolest things about house sitting. It pushes you outside your comfort zone.
Yeah.
You embrace new perspectives and you build connections you wouldn't expect.
Absolutely.
It's not just about where you go, it's about who you meet and the things you do along the way.
It sounds like house sitting is as much about personal growth as it is about seeing new places.
It is. It's a way to expand your horizons and challenge yourself.
Okay, I love it.
Yeah.
So before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I want to touch on something that's come up a lot.
Okay.
Finding the right fit.
Yes.
House sitting isn't one size fits all.
Absolutely not.
It's about knowing what matters most to you,
Mm-hmm.
whether that's making some extra money,
Yeah.
traveling to specific places,
Right.
or just experiencing a different way of life.
It's about being honest with yourself about what you're looking for
Yeah,
and finding the opportunities that match up with what you want and need.
I like that. Okay, so moving on, let's dive into the practical side of all this. We've talked about finding gigs and making awesome profiles, but I'm sure you're dying to hear about what it's actually like to house sit,
For sure.
the tips and tricks that make it work, and maybe some of the unexpected things that happen along the way.
Of course.
Let's unpack those real-life experiences and see what we can learn from people who've done this before.
Let's do it.
Welcome back. You know, this whole deep dive has really shown me what's possible with house sitting.
It seems like it's really resonating with you, too, based on all the research you've done.
Yeah, it's not just about the travel. It's like a whole different way of living, a way to connect with the world in a much deeper way.
For sure. But let's get down to business.
Okay.
We've talked about how to find the right house sits, how to make a great profile, even about getting paid to do it.
Right.
But
Well,
what's the actual experience like?
exactly. What is it really like to walk into someone else's house, someone else's life, even if it's just for a bit?
That's where clear communication and being prepared ahead of time is so important. The ultimate guide to getting paid for house sitting really stresses this.
Yeah.
Before you even show up, make sure you've gotten every single detail from the homeowner.
Okay.
Emergency contacts, all the house rules, pet care routines,
Yeah.
even those little quirks about the house, like a sticky door or a coffee machine that needs some special attention.
It's like getting a manual for someone's life.
Right.
But those little things can make a big difference in making sure everything goes smoothly.
They really can.
I wouldn't want to be struggling to find the Wi-Fi password when I could be relaxing and enjoying the view.
Exactly. And don't be shy about asking questions either.
Yeah, that's good advice.
It's much better to be clear about everything up front rather than making assumptions and having things go wrong.
Totally. You're not just a guest.
Right.
You're there to take care of someone's home and often their pets, too.
It is a big responsibility.
It is. Speaking of pets, what about situations where they have special needs or need medication?
Good question.
Did we find any advice on how to deal with that?
You're in luck. You actually flagged some really great tips about exactly that.
Perfect.
One thing that came up again and again was to really talk to the homeowner in detail about the pet's needs.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to ask for all the specifics,
Yeah.
like medication schedules, what they can and can't eat, even any weird little habits they might have.
So it's about more than just cuddles and playtime.
Yeah,
You need to understand and respect the animal's needs.
exactly.
Sounds rewarding, but I bet there are challenges too.
Of course there will be. Maybe a mischievous pet, a sudden plumbing issue, or even just figuring out a new neighborhood.
Right.
But those challenges are actually opportunities to grow, too.
Okay.
They make you adapt, figure things out, and rely on your own resourcefulness.
Like a crash course in self-sufficiency, but with a much better view.
I like that, but when it comes down to it, what really makes a house sit successful?
Yeah, what is it?
It's about making it a win-win situation for everyone. Happy homeowners, pets that are well taken care of, and a house sitter who comes away from it feeling enriched.
I love that. It's a good reminder that travel can be about connecting with others and helping each other out.
Absolutely. Well, it looks like we've reached the end of our deep dive into house sitting.
We're ready.
We've covered the practical stuff, the amazing opportunities, and the potential for personal growth and really incredible experiences.
And we've learned that house sitting is so much more than just a travel hack.
It really is.
It's a lifestyle choice, a way to connect with the world on a deeper level, and a chance to create those meaningful experiences for both ourselves and the homeowners we're helping.
So well said. If you're feeling inspired to swap houses for adventure, I say go for it. Do your research, create that awesome profile, and get ready for all the possibilities.
Remember, it's not just about the destination.
Right.
It's about the journey, too. Embrace the unexpected, cherish the people you meet, and let the adventure unfold.
So true. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of house sitting.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, everyone.
We hope you've gotten some valuable insights and feel ready to start your own house sitting journey.
And don't forget, if you enjoyed this episode of The Deep Dive,
Hit that like button and subscribe.
to our channel for more deep dives into all sorts of fascinating topics.
We'll see you next time.
Happy travels, everyone!